Hey, everybody, and happy Thursday. It's the end of July today. What? July 31st? End of July. Now, I don't know these people. I just know Marvel. Good morning, Marvel. I've never seen anybody else in here, but nevertheless, we're going to speak to him anyway. Now, we got Matthew M, number one. Hey, Matthew. Happy Thursday. Well, no, Matthew wasn't number one. Somebody named Tom Tom was number one. But hey, Tom Tom. PPPT. What? Child, I guess he got him a PPP loan. And for real, Matthew. And then we have Octavio Rojas. Octavio Rojas. Happy Thursday. Now I can hello Kim. Now this name is Child. I can't pronounce that, but guess what? I'm about to give you a nickname. Tay. Hey Tay. Good morning. Happy Thursday to you. Um, and of course, y'all know we got Marva in the bushes. Marva said hello. Hey Tashi with your crazy self. Hey Tashi, what's going on? Happy Thursday. Tashi, that's all I'm gonna say is now y'all, um, Tatum, raise tap. I'm here. Okay, thank you everybody for coming in alive. Happy Thursday, y'all. Now, let me go on and tell y'all, hey Lily, happy Thursday. Come on in the house. Excuse me, y'all. Now, y'all, before thank y'all for the hearts going up. I don't know why I laugh at that. Happy Thursday to you as well, Lily said. Thank you so much. Tashi said, hey, boo. Hey, Tashi. Tashi, you something else. You know that. Mm-mm. You is something else, but I ain't gonna put you on blast like that. I'ma just laugh. I wish I could send you some laughing emojis. Mm-hmm. Elliot official. So that's what you gonna do, Elliot. You just gonna come in the chat and you just gonna say, I need help. Well, honey, it's a lot of people that need help. You didn't come in. See, this is how I know you on some you our first troll. This is how I know it. Even if I might be off, I might be wrong, right? But you didn't. Your first comments, you didn't say, "Hey y'all, happy Thursday, how you doing?" Whatever, kiss my butt. You didn't say none of that. You just come in the house and say, "I need help." Child, you know it's like walking in somebody's house and not even speaking to the people that's already sitting in there like you slept with them the night before. So for that behavior, okay, for that goofiness, you are now on the bleachers, okay, with the rest of them. Because we don't do that. We do not do that. Like, right. Tay said, bruh, like for real, okay? I'm just saying, honey, he's gone. So, y'all, let me go ahead and dive on into it, okay? Because y'all know the vibe, all right? Now, I ain't got no cup of coffee. No, I ain't got no coffee, but y'all know I'm drinking me a little Gatorade. I like them Gatorade frosts. Them things good. Um, y'all, before we get in today's truth, okay, I got to shout out the people that literally was in the last live that we done. Okay. Liz said Gatorade is delicious. Yeah, that frost one too is really good. The frost one, um, it's like light blue, real light blue, but it's good. It's really good. Um, I got turned on to them things at work, child. You needed a Gatorade. You needed anything. Y'all know when I was, honey, you was on the doggone, them people thought you was on a plantation somewhere. Honey, yeah, I thought you was on the plantation, and I don't know what they thought, okay? I don't know what they thought. But anyway, y'all, cause y'all know I had did boy, I ran it. What, about 3 videos back? Honey, I ran it and put them all the way. Sure did put them all the way on blast. I know nobody not running their mama up in there to stay. Okay, what you gonna just drop your mama off? Just drop them off like a bag of trash. Drop your daddy off. Yeah. Sure did. Honey, y'all know it's check out the shorts. Check out the shorts. Listen to that. I bet y'all be like, what? Child, yeah, honey, yeah. Yeah, matter of fact, look at the video. Okay? Look at the video. Tay said, do you have pets? I do. I do. I have a Yorkie poo. I have a Yorkie poo. My Yorkie is 12 years old. I've had him since he was 5 weeks. His name is Rio Allegro. Well, actually, we call him Rio. But when we got him, he was so small because he was the runt of the litter. And I got him. Yes, I wanted him. I paid for him because he was the smallest one. He didn't move. And the breeder, I knew her. Um, I knew her because I had got another dog from her. And Rio's uncle, his name was Teddy. I named him Teddy. I got him for Mother's Day. My son got him for me for Mother's Day one year. And I named him Teddy because I don't know why. But Teddy just fit him because he was snow white. He was round. He was real fluffy. He was a Maltese. Okay. Now, I don't know. Teddy was Rio's uncle. Yeah, Rio's uncle. So that breeder, she was, she sold cosmetic dogs or whatever, but honey, they was cute. Them little lap dogs, they was real cute. And so I got Teddy. I kept up with her. I met her and stuff. My son like gave me her information, and I went back to her after we lost Teddy. I went back to her, and I got Rio. I was not looking to get, I wasn't looking to get a runt, but he was cute. He just was cute. He was all black, and he just looked like a little dot amongst all the little brown puppies jumping all around, and he just wasn't moving and stuff. He wasn't doing all of that. He was just like he was scared and in the corner, and I told her I want him. Put him on him. Put him down. Let me see what he do. Let me see what he do. And she put him down, child. She said, Kim, he's the one, and she was explaining to me. Um, And so after that, because, like I really wasn't experienced with small dogs, cosmetic dogs. So I didn't know. I wasn't educated about them. I didn't know that their brains were so small. I did not know that. And I did not know that you have to literally watch their sugar intake. You got to give them sugar. Not all the time, just every once in a while, to keep them up. Well, what happened to him is I would say he was maybe a year, give or take, a year, about a year. And I was out of town. I was in the mountains, and my son, Mom, he sent me a picture of him. He was like, something wrong with Rio, and I don't know what. Anyway, make a long story short, y'all, he had to end up taking Rio to our vet. They put Rio on a stretcher. He sent me a picture of Rio on the stretcher. Y'all, he was so small, like a little black dot, on that bed in there. And it was a long cot, and it had a white sheet on it. And it did. The picture looked funny, but the bill was 380, I think 2 or 87 and some change, something like that. And my son was like, Mom, all they did was give Rio a syringe of K-Ro syrup. I said, well, who? Yeah. I mean, but I had to pay for it. It was the bill. But anyway, after then, I've never encountered like something like that again. Because from that taught me when you have a small dog, I did some research and reading up on it and stuff, and I found out that the small dogs, their brains are not bigger than a pecan, okay, a walnut. They have very small brains. No, you can't. Now, honey, I take a magazine or a piece of newspaper and roll it up in a minute, okay? And threaten him. Yeah, I mean, but Rio 12 now, so, he's no problem now. But when he was a little puppy, you know how you have to train your dogs and you got, you know how they grow up listening to you. They be like people, actually. And so, y'all, it's 111. It's 111, okay, where I am. That's an angel number. So I'm gonna tell y'all about them angel numbers. 111, that's an angel number. So y'all need to throw a little prayer, a little wish, okay? Get it on the main line, okay, before you get the busy signal. So let's be quiet for a minute. See? You that's what you do. That's what you do, y'all. So anytime to 111, if you see 111, if you catch 111, you might be on your phone, honey. You look at it, say 111, go on and get it. Okay, some people superstitious about stuff like that, and some people not. Okay, some people superstitious about stuff worse than that. Okay, I'm just saying. So yeah, back to Rio. Y'all know Taco Bell, the little chihuahuas. You know how they say Taquito Taco Bell? Well, that's why I named Rio. His name is like Rio El Grande because El Grande is big. That's the meaning for big. And I named him Rio. Rio is a town, city in Mexico. And that's why I named him that. Okay, it's like a little backstory, when my kids they was jits and stuff. So anyway, y'all, and that's it, Tay. Okay, that's my baby. All right, now Rio is about, I would say, because I don't know, but I know he's very small, but I would say he weighs about 5, 6 pounds, maybe, if that. Okay, he's very little. Okay, very little. Um, but yeah, he's he's older, and I watch his teeth, his dental work. Um, he does not eat table food. I don't like for him to eat table food, but honey, he loves some French fries. He loves French fries, onion rings, cookout. He loves some table food, but I don't like for him to eat it. Bones, that's off limits because he's too small. Uh, oh, and I know now that he's older, you can tell because he's always been all black, and now the black is mixed, gray is mixed in with the black. He got a gray beard. Um, what else? He's, like I said, he's a Yorkie poo. He has the hair that's like curly, really curly, like the short hair, short curly. Okay. Yeah, and his hips. You can tell he's older because he walks it. He walks like he's older. Okay, but that's my baby. I love him. I love him. Yes, I do. But back to this, y'all. I'm glad that Tay asked that question. You know, because I was trying to wait till, some more people came up in here. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. I want y'all to watch the replay of this, okay? Because it's gonna be some information, pertinent information, information that you can share with somebody. You might know somebody that it literally they can relate to it, okay? Um, Everything that's going on, your mom, your auntie, your girlfriend, whatever the case may be, okay? Don't just let it sit, okay? Um, but before we like go into it, I really do. I want to say anybody who tapped into the live, our last live, I want to give them a special shout out, okay? On that live, we went into why people is, out here, they pressed, they bothered, you know, because it's viewers. It could be their genuine, my genuine subscribers. It could be any day. But we went into that. We went into that, and we broke down why people might be pressed, bothered, you know, hooping and hollering, cussing, you know what I'm saying, making up more lies because the viewers is literally emailing, okay? Emailing whatever they email, okay? Whatever they commented on, but they talking about they BS, they bullshit, y'all. They talking about their lies. They talking about their lifestyle, okay? We talked about them emails. We talked about dating over the age of 40. And literally, we said 40, but 35, okay, and up. That was for you, okay? We talked about my new Spotlight series, y'all, okay? Yeah. We talked about that too. And yeah, that was, yeah, when I announced that was the last live. Yeah, because I used the thumbnail with all of the contact information and stuff. And I had broke that down to everybody, you know, and I was saying, like, if you do nails, if you cut hair, if you can cook real good, you know, you done turned your little, you making money. You done turned your little hobby, your little, to a side hustle, okay? Not to mention the real business owners, okay? You got a small business. You're paying for that little advertisement, right? So I was literally just telling people that my new Spotlight series is literally for those, the small business owners, the people who doing this, that, or the third. Okay, they making their money off of their little side hustles and stuff. And I'm saying, I'm reiterating it today. Go on and grab that child. Go on and get it. Of course, you paying for your, you know, your little um you paying for like advertising and stuff, you however you may do it, you paying for that. Okay, but this Spotlight series, what I'm offering, is free. And I'm offering that because I have a platform. Okay? I'm offering that because I have a platform. Um, I don't know. I just like doing things that maybe, because I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not one of those who, somebody on the rise or on the come up or they get this and that. And I just never been an envious, jealous type of female. That's not in me, And so literally this Spotlight series, yeah, I want to showcase those people who want a little bit more exposure. Okay? They want the light on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want the light too. Because, um, why I say that you need to go on and grab it, while it's free. I let y'all know that, it's only free for a limited time, But I say all of that because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? It's like you would be saying no to a year of free groceries, right? Who would turn down a year of free groceries? It's like you would be saying no to a year of free tutoring for your child, for your son, for your daughter. Like what? Or a year of free Wi-Fi or something. Something free. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. All right. So, girl, man, guy, whatever, brother, bro. I'm just saying. So anyway, y'all tap into that if you know somebody who, they making money, they can do this and that on the side, or they got a small business, share this out with them, because literally, or, go on the channel, find the video, boom, tap on it. Okay, the one that has the thumbnail that's got the Spotlight series and how you can contact me, how you can get in line, all of that. Yeah, what you do, find that video, tap on it, then at the bottom it's going to say share. Hit the share. Send it to somebody that okay, who's doing anything. They want the light on them too. I'm just saying, right? So listen, y'all. So today we're going to talk about why many women out there, it's a lot, why it's a lot of women out there, and you might be waking up tired. You're waking up irritated. You're unmotivated. Okay? You just ain't feeling the same. You're just not feeling normal. Okay? Some people might say, oh, that's waking up on the wrong side of the bed, or child, honey. It don't matter, But today, we're going to be real, dears. We're going to be real. No. We're going to be real. Okay? We're going to be truthful. Y'all know. Okay? So, I feel I feel like it's a lot deeper than just getting older. Mm-mm. No, no, no. It's a lot deeper than just getting older because you have those people who literally, just say they 50, they look 26. Just say they 62, they look 41. I'm just saying, okay? That's why we're going to keep it real, as always, okay? It's a little bit deeper than getting older. It's a little bit, well, actually, it's a lot deeper, okay, than needing some damn greens. Needing some, oh, I got to be green. I got, what? No, let's talk about it, okay? So, y'all, I want y'all to share this discussion out. Share this discussion with your friends. Share this discussion out, honey, okay? Because this suitcase, baby, the suitcase is overloaded. You can't even damn lock the bug. You can't even lock it. No, 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 no. So what Brazi is about to do, what I'm about to do is I'm finna unpack it for my girlies out there. Yeah, I'm finna unpack that mug. Yeah, I ain't putting them clothes up now. I'm just about to unpack it, okay, for my girlies, okay? So, y'all know what it is, okay? Y'all know this is the friend zone, all right? For those of y'all who don't know, go on and subscribe, because boom, any and everything that we talk about, literally, you know somebody that can relate, okay? Period. And it don't get no realer than the truth, okay? It don't get no realer than the truth. That's what I do in the friend zone. I brew up truth every single time I go live. Every single time, despite what you might have heard, okay? Despite them strikes, despite all that, the stuff that was said in the strikes. No, man, it's been hurting me for years. No, 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 no. Don't care. It might have did. Sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes the truth hurts. You know, that's the way the ball bounces. Period. Okay? But yeah, this is the friend zone, y'all. Okay, subscribe to the channel. If you're not familiar with the zone that you in, you know, I'm just saying, okay? So, boom, y'all. Let's get on into it. Now, boom. Because y'all know I had to take me a little notes, honey. I sure did. Had to take me some notes for this one. Now, sister girl. Okay? We about to unpack some of that pain. Hey, Nolan. Nolan said, hey, Diva. Hey, King. Hey, King. What's going on? Happy Thursday. Happy, what's this? First of the month Eve. Okay. So, y'all, so let's unpack some of the pain, some of that pressure, and some of that power that you forgot you had, girl. Y'all know how to say power in my Gates, my Kevin Gates voice, okay? She got that power. Y'all know the video. Yeah. See, I'm just saying, hey, Queen. Welcome in, girl. Happy morning, Brazi and everyone. Y'all know that. She got that power for me. Power. Power. Y'all know I always be trying to sing, right? Y'all see these other doggone, y'all see these, what I be saying? What are they, these bandwagoners. Y'all see everybody trying to doggone sing. Now that's what you might want to, when you say copying, boo, that's what you might want to say, okay? That's copying, period. Okay, so now y'all read the title. The title, it literally is, sis, you don't feel good because you've been carrying everybody for years. That's the title. Do y'all see the thumbnail? Y'all see that nice looking, y'all see that woman sitting there checking her emails, looking on her laptop. She dressed conservatively. She looked like she's healthy. Look like she's not bothered. Look like she's not pressed. Look like she's healthy. Okay? She got a little glow on. I don't know what, honey, I said glow. Oh, shit. She must be talking about that glow when she stand up under that, in that mirror in the bathroom with them wires and stuff be showing. That's what she talking about. I don't know what she get out talking about glow. So anyway, The lady sitting there, and it's really that thumbnail. It's literally in conjunction with what I'm going to be talking about today, y'all. Literally, that lady sitting over there, and whatever age she might be, okay, whatever age she might be, you can literally look at her and tell she's unbothered. She ain't pressed. Okay, I don't know if she got it going on or not, but it looks like, she got a peace, a joy, the smile on her face, all of that, okay? So, I'm just going to talk about that for a little bit, y'all. So, that's the thumbnail. Y'all see in the title, right? Now, while you might not feel good at 35, 36, 37, 52, 53, 56. Oh, yeah. Baby, you know it ain't just getting old, right? You do know that, right? Y'all see, I have to come. When I go live, I got to bring the chalkboard. I got to pull out the doggone dry erase board. I got to pull out the notebooks, the pencil box. I got to pull out all the rulers. Like for real, Brazi over here playing teacher when you want to sit over there lying, putting in false strikes and stuff, bragging about unprotected sex. Oh, come on, y'all. Come on. Anyway, y'all listening, check this out. Now I want y'all to, when we break it down, just think about your mom or think about your auntie. Think about, now some of y'all's, moms, aunties, they might be on they sugar honey iced tea, okay? Some of y'all might be like, nah, brother, you ain't seen my mama yet. Okay, but I'm just saying. Because for me, I know listen, one time, now my son is my firstborn. And when I went and enrolled him in college, okay, when I went to enroll him in college, baby, okay, the lady said, "Oh, I thought you was his sister." And when I said when he said mom or something like that, but she turned it in. She was like, "What?" And I get that a lot, all the time. That boom. It's just like when my son was in middle school. I do remember one time I went to pick him up, and all this because my son he was very popular, as he is now, very very popular. Okay, he was like, "Mom, get out the car, stand up, get out the car." No, 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 no. I wasn't all um tall down to the T's and stuff, but honey, I ain't had no bonnet and house coat on either. So I got out the car. He was like, "Turn around, Mom, turn around." Y'all know I was that type of mama, like, I'm flexing behind my kids, point blank, all the time, right? So I did all of that. I just had to throw that in there for the people that's saying like, "Nah, bros, you need to check my mom out because that's when you hitting, okay? When you in your 50s or 60s or whatever the case may be, right?" Let's see. All right, so with it not just getting old, y'all, it's life, biology, it's emotion. It could be from years and years of carrying weight. I'm talking about carrying weight, physical weight, emotional weight. Sometimes that weight could be from both, physical and emotional, and not to mention mental. Okay, I got to throw that in there. We got mental weight, right? Mental, all of those weights from the past and they're from the present, okay? But with me mentioning those, let's break down some more things, okay, about why you might not feel well today. Now, I want y'all to hold on. Because I don't want y'all to hear my daddy personal business. So, y'all hold on. Oh, thank y'all for holding. Thank y'all so much for the ones that stuck around. Anyway, y'all, we was talking about the weights, okay? We was talking about why you might not feel good at 53 years old, okay? Why it might not be the fact that, you're just getting old, okay? It could be life, biology, emotion, okay? We was talking about it could be from years of carrying weight, physical weight, emotional weight, both. It could come from the past. It also could come from the present, right? But we're getting ready to break down some things about why you might not feel good today. Okay? When every other day you a spring chicken, or every live you a spring chicken. I'm just saying. But now, you wondering, you got this feeling that you just tired a lot, you down, you just don't feel good, yesterday you had the stamina of a 10-year-old child. Okay? Now I want y'all to listen for these blues clues that I might have when I talk now, okay? Okay. Now, so let's talk about mental for a minute, okay? We're gonna talk about mental. Now, women are taught, they're taught to be strong emotionally, okay, and to keep going. All right, they're taught that from a young age. All right, they're taught that from very young, but they're not taught to unload the backpack that they might pick up, and that backpack, it catches up to you like years on down the line. Okay, in that backpack, a person could have trauma. Okay, they could have trauma from childhood memories. They could have trauma from toxic ass relationships. Okay, um, and that toxic relationship or ships, plural, it did damage to them. Okay, they could have trauma from grieving over the loss of a loved one, okay, grieving from a certain job that they might have had, years ago, and they still grieving from that. They could be grieving, about domestic issues, things going on at home, and all of that stuff. It equals up to stress, y'all. It equals up to stress, right? I want y'all to know that equals up to stress, and that's really the biggest, most important reason why your body is having changes, right? Later on in years, you in your 50s, 60s, that could be the most important thing that's going on. You're stressing over something. You're stressing a lot. You're thinking about something a lot. Period, point blank, okay? I don't care what y'all heard. Now, Brazi ain't no doggone doctor or nothing. I ain't no nurse practitioner or anything like that. But ask them and they'll tell you the same thing, okay? Stress. Boom. Now, we're not going to, let's see. Remember, well, not to mention, let me say it like that, okay? All of that stuff that manifests, come back, in your 50s, it comes back in the form of anxiety, depression, irritability, and sometimes extreme fatigue or tiredness. You just tired a lot. You can't focus on stuff. Your concentration is low. You know what I'm saying? Now all of this could be like, you could be adjusting to life now. After you've been raising kids for years, you was caring for maybe your aging parents, whatever the case may be. Okay, whatever the case may be, if you have an empty nest now, you adjusting to a new chapter in your life. If you're not taking that adjustment well, if you're not adapting to it well, then it'll take a toll on you. Okay, it'll take a toll on you as time goes by, literally, right? So this is a big one right here now. Okay, I'm getting ready to talk about hormonal changes. Okay, this is very important for women to know. This ain't for y'all men, okay? But this is very, very important for women to know. Menopause. Menopause ain't no joke. Mm-mm. With menopause, you gonna get hot flashes, okay, mood swings, vaginal dryness. You could have sleep problems, okay. All of this stuff, it's like you up and down. You're on a roller coaster. One day you feel like, the next day you don't. You know, and you're going through these bouts of hot flashes, and it's like you walking in hell, like literally, okay. Boom. Now, if you I mean, mostly everybody know about the hormonal changes that comes from menopause and stuff. But if you want more information on that, just look it up. You can find out about that. But for the most part, if you up in here and you older, then you already know what I'm talking about. Now, another reason a person might not feel well today, your eating habits, okay? Your weight gain. The eating habits and the weight gain, your lifestyle. Yeah, that food looks good. Them pigtails and them turkey wings. That thick gravy. The birria tacos, a big thing of ice cream, all that. It's good. Yeah, it's good. But who's suffering? Who's suffering from it? Okay, you are. That stomach area, that belly area, honey, this thing got bold. Bold. I'm talking about bold in all caps, right? So, literally, that's your hormones. Your hormones talking to you. It's telling you that something is going wrong with your body. You have the brain fog, okay? You, you're not losing it, okay? You're just losing your keys. You losing money. You're losing your phone. You can't concentrate. You can't focus like you used to, right? Right? Okay? Okay, and you wondering why. I'm trying to give it to y'all in layman's terms, trying to give it to y'all like a homegirl should, okay? Or a genuine supporter, okay? Period, point blank. Now, we're gonna we're gonna move it on. We're gonna move right along. Okay, but at the end of the day, it's all of that stuff that we done talked about so far. Okay? All of that stuff, the weight gain, okay? If you older and you're going through hormonal changes, I mean, I'm just saying, you're going through menopause, all that stuff, okay? That we done talked the brain fog, the losing stuff, the physical changes, all of that, okay? So we're gonna move on. Now check this out, right? Here goes some more physical factors of this confusing. Okay, got you scratching your temple. Tired of you just tired. Why am I tired all the time? I don't know. I don't get it. This is what you might be saying. I feel all right, but I'm just tired. I keep yawning, this, that, and the third. Literally, it's just your body, okay, talking to you. Your body ain't telling you you need no damn greens. It ain't telling you to go cross the way over there and pick no greens out such and such as nasty ass damn yard and cook them. No, no, no. But some more physical factors, like I told y'all, it could be from, just say you having chronic joint pain. Chronic joint pain. Y'all know. Go another blues clue. Okay, I'm just saying. So that chronic joint pain is coming from years of standing, years of bending, years of squatting, years of running. Or you might just ain't been getting enough rest. Okay? Now, your back is in protest. Literally, your back holding up a sign. Okay? A picket sign. Just the marching. That's your back. Hollering, especially when you be in pain. Okay? So, besides the joint pain, your back hurting, this, that, and the third, you might see digestive changes, okay? Because at a certain age, when you get older and stuff, your metabolism, it slows down. Certain certain foods, they just don't hit the same. It's not the same with eating things like you could, a while back. So, like dairy, ice cream, uh, milk. No, no, no. Cheese. Spicy foods. Yeah. You know, the hot sauce and the jalapeno peppers and all that. Those things you don't tolerate them like you used to could tolerate them, okay? Now, sodas, sugary snacks, this piece of candy, that piece of candy, which we done talked about that, y'all. Y'all know some people who, sugar, it literally helps someone who is or has been addicted to drugs. We've talked about that, okay? But girl, literally, it's time to reevaluate, okay? You're not a spring chicken no more. You're not a certain age. As you get older, certain things in your life start changing. It's different now. You have to move different. You just have to move different. I mean, period. Okay? Now, what about the lack of exercise? Okay? Lack of exercise. Lack of moving around. Okay? Now, I mean, Brazi, you just talked about standing and running. No, that's not exercise. Just because somebody's standing in the same spot all day, whether they at work, working in a factory, standing on a corner, whether they just standing, running, squatting, bending, whatever the case may be, it ain't the same thing as exercise. Exercise is when you are literally range of motion, your arms, your legs. That's exercise. Period. Um, if exercise was neglected before and for whatever reason, life chaos, okay, maybe it's still being neglected. You don't exercise, you can't pay you to go out there and do, walk a lap, run, jog a little bit. I mean, to each his own. Some people do and some people don't, okay? But I want you to know that stiffness and weakness, not doing nothing, it will creep up on you. It will, like a thief in the night. It will creep up, okay? You're going to get stiff. You're going to get weak. This leg going to be hurting. That leg going to be hurting. If you do not use it, you will eventually lose it. Point blank, period, okay? Now, y'all, let's move on. Let's move on, okay? Let's talk about the spiritual, okay, or identity crisis. Let's talk about that. So some people might literally be asking themselves, who am I now? You know? They're not saying this out loud or around anybody, but they literally is just struggling with this. Okay, they're struggling with this. If you was a mom, if you was a wife, or the caretaker, and these roles, they're now switched. It's the same thing, is what I'm saying. They're shifting. They're fading out. Okay? Then you might be feeling like lost or alone. Now, not everybody. Everybody ain't feeling lost, ain't feeling alone. Okay? No. Some women thrive in their emptiness, like for real. Kids done moved out, honey. This is my time to shine. Some women doggone start traveling, open up what they always wanted to do. They wanted to open up this or open up that. They're focusing on things that they couldn't do when they was raising their kids, when they literally was a homemaker, okay? So some things had to be put on the back burner. Now they done took them off. They older and they got the empty nest. They done took them off that back burner, point blank, period, okay? But if you're having an identity crisis, listen up. Listen up. Sometimes, it's good for somebody to talk about it, you know what I'm saying, and go back and forth or give you advice or whatever the case may be. That's good because some people don't know what direction to go in. They don't know where to start. They struggling with the question. Like I said, they just struggling. So listening to everything that we're talking about, okay? Now, boom. Excuse me. If we list vitamin deficiencies, now for the sake of this live, we're going to call them the sneaky links. Them the sneaky links because they literally sneak up on you, okay? If you got a deficiency in vitamin D, If you got a deficiency in B12, vitamin B12, if you got a deficiency in iron, okay, that's just to name a few. All three of those that I just named can lead to fatigue, depression, hair loss, okay, and muscle weakness, period, point blank, okay? Changes in your thyroid, okay, especially for women, they can go undetected and cause weight gain and changes in like your everyday living. Okay, it could be like you could literally become depressed, or you could have temperature sensitivities. You know, you could be cold natured to this, or I'm just hot a lot, this and that. You just temperature sensitivity. Okay, is what I mean. Blood pressure, cholesterol, your blood sugar, okay? And that's diabetes, okay? We have talked about the diabetes names, the stages. We've talked about the medicines that you need to take when you're going through them. I done educated y'all on all of that, okay? Now, all of these, they can creep up silently, okay, and mess with how you feel daily. They can mess with your lifestyle. Literally today you feel real good, then tomorrow you just down in the dumps. But then you telling your partner, you telling your husband, your wife, whatever the case may be, well, baby, I just don't feel good. I don't feel good, this, that, and the third. And boom, in the blink of an eye, in the blink of in the blink of an eye, you go to the doctor. Doctor tell you, okay, they diagnose you with this, that, or the third. You didn't even know, right? You didn't know. But going to the doctor, that's what literally let you know what was going on, okay? Okay, so look, y'all. All right. That's why it's really important to get checked up, like if you can. Now I know everybody can't. Okay, everybody don't have the means that other people got, but if you can, get a checkup. Okay, period. Don't be sitting over there relying on tater tot. Tater tot. Okay, and y'all know TOT tot. That over there. Okay, don't. No, 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 no. Okay, don't be relying on her to advise you on anything that's dealing with your health. Okay, and when I say health, I mean spiritual health, mental health, physical health, any kind of health. Okay, period, point blank. Because she always gonna make you believe that her way, her lifestyle, that's the best way. That's the best way, hands down. She is going to try to rub it in and make you believe that, and that is not the truth. That ain't the case. Any doctor will tell you, okay? It is no, 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 no. Any doctor, what y'all see, it's not like that. That's an illusion. We done talked about that a lot of times. But literally, what that boils down to is the old saying, misery loves company. Um, Period. That's what that boils down to. Because if you've been here in the friend zone, you've been rocking with Brazi, you done listened to my commentary, yeah, baby, I'm just saying, then you remember we done had the discussion about NPD, which stands for Narcissistic Personality Disorder. And that's how they do. Period. Everyone knows that by now. Narcissism is not a disease. It is a personality trait. Okay? Back in the day, nobody knew anything about narcissism at all. We didn't even use that. Okay? It has recently been exposed and people are researching it, and they literally talking about who they know and the experiences that they done went through and this, that, and the third. And I mean, and that's how it just spread like wildfire. Okay? Narcissism. They want everybody to follow their rules. They want people to follow their plan. Okay? They want people to do things how they do it because in their mind, they on point. They got it going on. But we know different. We know different. Okay? We all know that a narcissist is a crash dummy. Point blank bottom line. Okay? Now, girl, y'all listen. Here goes some lifestyle choices that you might need to, just take, like, reset, reevaluate, like just sit back and just think. You sitting there, you drinking your or whatever. Just think about some things about you, around you and what's going on. And you're by yourself, it's going to come to you. I promise you. Just think about it. Think about your sleeping habits. Are you getting enough sleep? Do you literally go to bed at a proper time? Or you always up? You trying to keep up with such and such because now you dating him and he might be younger than you, but you know good and well that your girl, hey Sharon, you know good and well that because he younger than you, you know that you just got a doggone cortisol shot. I'm just saying, you know good and well that you popping all kind of doggone prescription meds. You know good and well that you got you was diagnosed with diabetes. You know good and well that you over there popping metformin, 500 milligrams at that. You know good and doggone well that you overweight, okay? You know good that I'm just saying, y'all, I'm spilling it out to y'all. These are lifestyle choices that you might need to just think about, okay? All right? You know when I said don't be listening to that, this, that, and the third. Y'all just keep listening, okay? The poor sleeping habits, okay? Self-care habits. Y'all know over on my Stand store, there is an ebook I have over there literally breaking down self-care, okay? Implement those things. Go take a look at it. Go over there, get you one, okay? Do those things in it. It's nothing in there is going to lead you astray. I promise you, okay? Toxic relationships. There's a video on this very channel right here. How a toxic relationship will stress you the hell out. I'm here. Okay, Squeeze. Good afternoon, Brazi in chat. Sorry I'm late. Squeeze, honey. It's all good. You here now. You know we don't stress the small stuff. So, did I say stress the small stuff? I meant sweat the small stuff. Y'all know what I meant. But anyway, a toxic relationship. It's a full video on that. We've had many discussions on that, okay? Most of those discussions were they're in my channel, but they are locked. You cannot view those videos because y'all know when I went through the little false strikes and went through all that, had to fight my way, literally swang, okay? I was getting jumped, okay? What? They don't call me what they call me for nothing, okay? Period. So, when I went through that, I locked that up to protect me, to protect my channel, to protect this platform, okay? Because bump what you heard. This is an educational. I don't care what we talk about at the end of the day. You're going to get something from any discussion that we might have up in the zone, okay? Period, point blank. Because y'all know, it's just like in my description. You want it real, right? Okay, well, you about to get it real. Sometimes you might get it raw. Sometimes it might be uncut. But at the end of the day, it's coming from a woman. Okay, 1,000% woman. It's coming from a real life perspective. We breaking it down, honey. Hey, it's some people that, they don't like that, but it is what it is. That's a you problem. Okay, that's not a Brazi problem. Anyway, y'all. So, like I was saying, those videos are locked. You cannot view them. But for the ones who done, literally been here, that's done been following, they know what's up. They know what's up. Okay. So y'all can reference this right here, what we're talking about. You can reference that. You also can email me. If there's anything, a topic that you would like me to talk about, you want to open up, if you don't feel comfortable dropping a chat, give me an email. Send me an email. I'll open up that can of potted meat, viennas, salmon. Whatever. I ain't got no problem because it's my platform. How they say, my platform. I can do that. So I'm going to bring some real life issues to the people. I'm just saying, y'all, okay? So, yeah, with the toxic relationships, okay, and how stressful they are, it's just not worth it. At the end of the day, toxic ass relationship, today you want to doggone lay on top of me, you want to rub me, you want to smack my butt, tell me you love me, this, that, and the third, but dang, tomorrow night you jumping me. Tomorrow night you're jumping on me. Tomorrow night you're calling me all every word. I'm every B up under the sun. Okay, tomorrow night you trying to body shame me. You a man. It could be a woman or a man, whatever. Y'all okay? I'm just saying. Tomorrow night, that's toxic. Tomorrow night you're beating on me. Tomorrow night you're drunk. The weekend come, you're drunk. It's just toxic. That going back and forth. Then I got to deal with your other six baby mamas. One want to fight, want to take me to court. Just keep it's toxic. That going back for Then not to mention our arguments. Okay, we argue. Knives being pulled. Sometimes, like I said, it could be it's a domestic violence issue. If we arguing, knives being pulled, water thrown, other objects thrown, the kids might see this mess. It's too much. It's too much, okay? Period. Now, this live is targeted to women that is 35 and older. But if y'all young girls want to tap in on, how to be a real woman, okay? How to make him stay. You better get on up in the zone. You want to make him stay for years, huh? I'm just saying. If you want to know, tap in, because you will learn over here. Then you want to know how to raise them kids, huh? You want to know how to raise them, how to feed them kids, huh? I'm just saying, child. Honey. But today now, okay? We talking about not feeling well. Okay, we talk about that. But boom, y'all. So you got your toxic relationships, like I was saying. That's just not worth it, y'all. Then you have your diet, your eating habits. Girl, pull back from that table. No. You could do that in your 20s. You could do that then. Now you can't afford to do that. Okay? Because now you are in your 50s. Honey, you halfway over the mark. You got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Okay? You 53. What in the world is you over there thinking? What is you thinking? Like your name Chester and you got 9 lives. No, honey. Women got 1 life. A human being got 1 life to live. You live it to the fullest. Yeah, have fun doing it. But then you 50. Okay, it's time to lay certain things down. It's time to lay certain things down. Quit doing certain things. Like, period. And then, not to mention that, look at the day and age we living in. Honey, you got people out here giving these terminal illnesses because they done been a whore and somebody done gave it to them. They don't know who burnt them with it, and now they messed up. Now they got the doggone pop Big Tarvy. Now they got to pop all these medicines and stuff to stay looking healthy. I'm just saying. So you got to be careful. You have to be careful. Some things, no, you do not do. That you bragging, how I look sitting up here on my platform, and I'm gonna tell I have over 9,000 doggone whoever, could be mostly women, because my targeted audience is for women. But how I look telling my audience, bragging about unprotected sex. What? I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. See, y'all out there trying to take me down. But YouTube picked me up, didn't he? I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying. YouTube picked me up, booted some out, building the case on this one for the 3rd time. Like, what? I'm just saying, honey. Child, honey, YouTube out here Mortal Kombat with me. YouTube saying, get out of here. Just what was his name on Mortal Kombat? I'm just saying. Y'all. So, your energy, baby. Your energy. Whether you 53 plus, you 35, 46, 70, whatever the case may be, okay? It does not matter. Your energy matters, okay? All of that. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. 1 second. Okay, y'all. I'm back. So, like I was saying, whether you are 53 plus, okay, if you're 35, 46, 70, whatever age you are, and you going through some things, it doesn't matter. Okay? It really does not matter. Whatever age, okay? How you look at your life and your lifestyle and what you're doing, It's the ball is in your court. It's your decision at the end of the day. Okay. But I want the ones that who tapping in, who paying attention, I want y'all to know this. Your life does not have to be a decline. You can take your age, your life, whatever you do, and turn it into divine. Okay? Not decline, but divine. Okay? Start with your rest, eating cleaner, healing what's been hiding for years, because doing this stuff, like literally the stuff we talking about, eating cleaner and loving you, exercising more often, all of that helps you heal, like period. Okay, all of that helps you get that glow. Okay, all of that, you'll walk around, honey, your hair will grow, your skin, the doggone, be clearer, brighter, all of that. Okay, period, point blank. Then say no. Don't feel guilty when you say no. Okay? No, 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 no. You've been saying yes for years. You've been making me feel like this, that, and the third for years. No, now I'm with you. Remember we talked about the other day? We talked about you meeting somebody and you side-eyeing him because the ninja lie a lot. So you looking at him sideways already. Girl, go on and cut that mess off. Go on and cut it off. Like early. You don't want to wait till you get in it. Wait till you have feelings with him. And then now it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Because you love him. You know what I'm saying? So you got to accept all that sugar, honey, iced tea that come with him. No, we're not doing that no more. This is 2025, okay? So listen, sis, listen, okay? If you over 40 and you ain't feeling your best, I want you to know this. Baby, sis, baby girl, you're not alone. You're not crazy, and you definitely not done. This chapter in your life right now, it might look a little bit different, okay? But you are Picasso. You painting the picture. You went through trauma, childhood trauma, you watched your mama do she with this one and with that one was doing all kind of sugar, honey, iced tea, whatever, okay? But you made it. Through the grace of God, you made it. Now you're grown, okay? That's why I said you Picasso now. Literally, the paintbrush is in your hand. You write the ending of your story, okay? Period. You're a grown woman. It's not over. It's not over, right? Okay? So, you be beautiful. You be, hey Lisa, you can be powerful and you be healed. You owe it to yourself to feel good mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Take the time out, okay? Reclaim your joy, reclaim your peace, and don't let anybody, I mean anybody around you, tell you that it's too late. Now, if a mug want to act like they saying this, that, and they still trying to talk sugar, honey, iced tea, they still acting petty, you know what I'm saying? Just irking you, doing little petty shit, period, honey. Guess what? That's them. They ain't doing nothing but speaking on them. That's it. Don't try to fight that battle because that's what they want you to do. A person can't damn be petty by themselves. Like a drunk person can't argue by their self. Period. You don't have to take it. You don't have to literally stoop down to their level. Okay? This is about you. Because when something like happens to you, what they gonna be? What they gonna be? Like, let's just be for real, y'all. Hold up. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, honey, it's you. Point blank, period. Okay? You learning. You learning how a person is. You learning how they is because of their actions. Okay? Because of their actions. You done toughed it out with this person, whether it's your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your children. Sometimes it can be the grandchildren. I done seen Judge Mathis on there had to get a grandma and her granddaughter all the way together. Okay, so all it literally and truly, all bars is off. Titles don't mean a damn thing no more. Just like I told y'all yesterday, blood don't mean shit no more. Okay, a total stranger can love you way better than your damn blood. Period, point blank. Now that don't go to say for everybody, okay? Because it's some people that know it is a G code when it comes to that. But actions literally is going to speak volumes. Point blank, bottom line. And so, what I want y'all to know with us doing all of this talking stuff, right? Okay? That in today's message, y'all, If today's message hit home, okay, if you know somebody that could literally like hear it, because sometimes when you hear things from somebody else, you hear about their experience. I don't know how. I know for me, I literally I tap into some of these motivational speakers, and I tap into sermons. You know, a good preacher is just like a motivational speaker. Some of them know what they be talking about, like for real. Okay, some of them, it literally the message that they're bringing it hits home. Okay, so it's no different. It's no different than me sending a message to y'all. No different. So if this message hit home, okay, share it. Share it to somebody. Girl, I want you to check this out, honey. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, sometimes Brazi be she a little rough around the edges. Brazi, but honey, she going to tell you this, she going to tell you that. I mean, and she literally done said, I have been living long enough to know. I done experienced life, different things in life long enough to be able to share it with other people who may be experiencing those things now, ain't been living life as long as I have. They might have lived life on different terms. They might have been with somebody that kept them up under a rock, kept them away from everybody. Y'all, try them narcissists, they good for that too. I'm talking about them, especially them extreme ones. They good for that too, that isolation and shit. Yeah. So you tell anybody, if you know somebody like that might be going through it, I mean, it's each one teach one. Y'all know I hit y'all with that all the time. Each one teach one, honey, child, honey. I mean, that is a very accurate form of communication. At one time I told y'all that email was the way, honey. Email that hit like wildflower. Yes, send an email, No, word of mouth, honey. Ain't nothing like some good old word of mouth. Period. Point blank. Now we got our devices and that share button, okay? You know what I'm saying? You can just share this and share that, all right? Damn email sometimes. I'm just saying, especially if you want to share something. So, tell them about it, okay? Tell them, well, here go a channel right here, like, I don't know, however you're going to break it down to them. But one thing about it, one thing for certain, and two things for sure, it ain't no fluff over here in the friend zone, okay? Period. I know there was a lot of people that had their panties in a damn bunch, huh? Be having their panties in a bunch. That's what she's like. That's what all she talk about, this and that. Okay, and I ain't finna keep on explaining to y'all. I done explained who all I need to explain to, honey, and that was doggone YouTube. Period. I ain't got to explain to y'all. Either you gonna jump on the bandwagon and watch, or you not. Point blank. Period. Time waits for no man. Just like doggone, they came up with, yeah. Let's build this up, mine. Yeah. I don't want no cash out. Y'all just want it down. I just want it down. Okay. Why? Somebody say, well, why? Can you go live and just tell us like why? Just tell us why. Why you want to go? Okay. Well, she talked about her, she done talked about this, she done talked. Yeah, okay. I have, and so have many other channels. But at the end of the day, I was the one who literally, she was coming for blood for me. And why? Okay? If YouTube says, well, can you just tell us why? What's your defense? That's why they said, okay, well, you got to take her to court. And what y'all get? What y'all get? Y'all got, you know what? I'm done. I ain't even going to talk about it. But what y'all get from me? No, I know you done. You damn right you done. You so done you can stick a fork in it. But if YouTube had asked me, we want you to do a video, and that video got to be this, that, and the third, what would have been ready? Like I was ready for the court date. I'm just saying, like I was ready for the court date. You cannot, okay? You can't compare. No, you can't compete. Where you can't compare. Period. Okay? So, I'm back. Things is better. Y'all out of had the honey girl, while y'all was trying to dig, on that chain gang, dig that hole for me. Y'all didn't help. Y'all didn't do nothing but help me. Point blank, period. Okay? So back to the message, y'all. I want y'all, anybody in here that's listening, okay? Because we know everybody that is literally in here, they ain't for the brass. Not everybody. Okay? Not everybody. But for the ones who might know somebody that's going through something, whatever they might be going through, share my channel, not just this video. Share the channel, and then do another share. Share this video because this is for them, period. All right? Now, if y'all make sure after you do that, make sure that you subscribe right here to the friend zone. This is the friend zone. Okay, this is where real talk lives. Okay, yeah, sometimes we might get our keys on because it might be funny. Okay, but most of the time, what is it? It's real. If it come up, it's coming out. Okay, and it's like literally commentary that people can resonate to, because wherever you're listening to me from, whatever city, state, whatever, like everybody is living the same. Okay, everybody live its life at the end of the day, and that's what we talk about in the friend zone. Okay, now hit that bell when you subscribe. Make sure that you set your notifications up. Then go in the description too. Go in the description, find that link, because I got a secondary channel, the friend zone reloaded. Honey, I had the doggone go and find Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester. Let me see, where's Sylvester? Well, honey, might not been Sylvester Stallone, but honey, I done had to drive to Fayetteville, Fort Bragg. Ask them, can I borrow some of their doggone tanks and stuff? Like what? What, honey? I fought back. Okay, for what I know is helping the community. Okay, if anybody, if I talk about, oh yeah, I'm this, that, but yeah, I'm gonna sell some hot. I'm gonna feed people hot dogs. See, that's what y'all bitch y'all need to do. Y'all I ain't seen you feed them, huh? Hot dogs, like for real, clown hot dogs. Ooh, child, honey, hot dogs. Y'all like at school right now, but I ain't even gonna go there, okay? Because I know she over there in the dunks. She in the corner with the dunks hat on. You can believe that, okay? So, the friend zone reloaded, y'all. Yeah, check that channel out, okay? Because over there, I'm getting my numbers up. Commentary, I ain't started yet, but I done told y'all that's y'all channel, okay? I'm paying homage to my subscribers, point blank, period, okay? I'm paying homage to y'all. It's going to be some raw material, some real material, real life outings, behind the scenes footage, all that. So make sure that y'all subscribe, tap that bell, get ready, get your notifications set up, all that stuff. If you want to go a little further, honey, you can show a little support, okay? You want to donate to the channel? Yep, do a cash out. It's $, capital THE, capital FRIEND, and capital ZONE. Number one. And the number one, the friend zone 1. And y'all see this little picture? That's the picture I'm using that for my cash app. So boom, y'all know that's me. Y'all know you ain't sending it to the wrong person. Okay? Period. So just to do like a little recap, y'all, of the Spotlight series. I was saying, if you're a small business owner, if you're an author, if you do spoken word, if you do hair, nails, you can cook, or you have any money-making hobby that you done turned into a hustle, tap in so you can be featured. Tap in so you can be featured for free. Okay, now this free, it is limited, y'all, but you want to make sure that you get your name out there, get your work seen. Okay, that's gonna cut off a little bit of stress too, I'm telling you, because it's gonna, oh yeah, y'all know, I ain't pat myself and popping my collar, nothing like that, but honey, my editing skills, I done increased a little bit. They're a little bit better. So you're going to be satisfied with the spotlight, okay, that I give you, okay? This is no gimmicks. It's just support. Point blank, bottom line. So email me, y'all, for the details on how to get that feature started. Email me, and I'll make sure that I email you back and all that good stuff. I just want to say, I hope y'all enjoyed this discussion, because I definitely did. Anytime I come through and talk to y'all, that's exactly what you're going to get. But start moving in purpose, okay? Start moving in purpose. You start today, all right? Start today moving in purpose. The things that we talked about, literally, that's how your life is going to be. And your life might be there already. But for anybody who ain't reached that yet, that's how it's going to be, boo. That's how it's going to be. But they'll go to blueprint. They'll go to instructions right there. Pay attention to some of that stuff. Period. And you will be happy. You'll be stress-free. Your skin will be glowing. Yeah. And all you got to be worried about, honey, getting out there on that track, walking you some laps, throw on that doggone headphone, have you a bottle of water. What? And keep your frame in fit. Keep your waist for those who got the snatch waist. Okay, keep it like that, organically, just like I grew the friend zone. Now till next time, y'all, I'm gonna get on up out of here. But remember, protect your peace, reclaim your power, cause your story, it always matters. It's been a pleasure, y'all. It's your girl Kim, aka the Brazilian Beauty, and I'm gonna holler at y'all later.